Okay, Nurses on Fire, I have a really special treat for you guys. I have Lorraine and Sal in Delicato and Mike Cortese joining us from Go in Your Purse for a Nurse. And this is a special
Organization.
yes, organization that just sprung out of this crisis to help nurses that are working on the front lines. And so I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Lorraine so you can explain the origins of Going Your Purse for a Nurse.
Okay. Hi guys. I just wanted. It really started because my sister is a nurse in Staten Island, one of the Staten Island hospitals here, and just hearing her stories night after night, and just what you guys go through every day was just heartbreaking. So, and one night I just was listening to her and how overwhelmed she was, how scared she was, how these nurses were just going to a fire. That's literally how it sounded. And I just felt so bad. So I said to my husband, I would really love to do something for them because they're doing so much for us. So we decided that we were going to. I just wanted to maybe like after this was all over, give them a night to just relax and enjoy. And so then my husband thought of, you know what, the small businesses are being affected too by this. Maybe we could, kill two birds with one stone and have them, we'll get gift certificates for dinners or spas or, get your nails done, your hair done, and go out to and go out to dinner.
When things get back to normal.
Right.
Yes.
Came up with the great name, Go in Your Purse for a Nurse.
Yes.
So, I mean, Staten Islanders really came together, so generous, opened up their hearts, opened up their wallets. We raised so much money. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to small businesses, like Laureen said, nail salons, hair salons, clothing stores, restaurants, purchasing gift certificates. And Nurses Week is actually coming up. And there you go. And we're going to go ahead and want to plan something to where we're going to go ahead and present those gift certificates to our lovely nurses, hardworking nurses.
So you guys have actually expanded outside of Staten Island, though, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And now that's Mike's job now. Go ahead, Mike.
So they were on a family call, just on speakerphone. My wife, the daughter, my wife Justine, and they were just brainstorming about the idea. And they're always looking to help out. And anytime there's a crisis or somebody needs help, that's what this family does. And I was just sitting on the couch, and I had the idea for the name. And then we said it, and my wife Justine, our cousin Jacka, assisted my mother-in-law Lorene in the social media and setting up the Facebook page and her Venmo. And then sure enough, with a little segment on Fox News, our Facebook page is just getting hit with people with such big hearts. And that's, some of the silver lining we've seen through all this and all the sadness is that, there are a lot of amazing people in this world with great hearts that want to do their part. We have people that reached out to us. Either they have family members like on our side who are nurses, or just some people that said, you know what, I need to do something. I'm just home. I'm working from home, thank God. But I feel like I need to do something. And it's just been really inspiring to hear all these people that just want to take part. So we've been having people carry our campaign sort of across the country in their hometowns as well.
I love that you guys just aren't focusing on nurses, but are focusing on small businesses. I think it's extra critical that you guys are actually really impacted by this, Lorraine, because you guys are in the healthcare industry as well. Can you speak to just how you guys have personally been impacted?
Well, I'm a dental hygienist and my husband is an orthodontist. And honestly, since the middle of March, we had to stop working. So we literally have not worked since then. And I'm kind of afraid going back too, because I feel like, us two now are going to be like in the middle of all this. So I don't know.
Yeah, and there's, I mean, so for like I was saying before, there's a little bit of a shortage of obtaining those N95 masks. So hopefully, as the demand declines, we'll be able to, our suppliers will be able to get those to us, and then gradually get back to work. But things are going to be a little different. I mean, we've always practiced really good sterilization and disinfecting techniques, but we're going to have to now limit, well, first screening patients that come into the office, limit how many patients are actually in the office in the waiting room, kind of space out our scheduling a little bit until this really calms down.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about screening because that's the one thing that they were trying to implement out here to make sure that people coming into dental offices are screened. I mean, because there's no way you can't be in close contact with someone, like especially, yeah, like you're all in their mouth and all of that. Like even for me as a labor and delivery nurse, like just a delivery, just because all the things that happen during the delivery is considered an aerosolizing procedure. So, I mean, I can just imagine you guys have that too. The only thing is, you know, a lot of your procedures are technically elective, not really, but like, you know, you can space them out a little bit. So you have a little bit of control over that. But I'm just really impressed that even with the impacts that you guys have personally undergone, like you basically, I mean, your income source basically just got wiped out overnight, really. It was just like shut down. Like, but even in these times, you guys are finding ways to give back not only to nurses, but to small businesses. It's super inspiring. And so thank you guys so much. So how can people
Put things in perspective? I mean, you guys are literally right there. And I don't think anyone at this point has experienced anything like this in their lifetime. And you guys are literally right on the front line.
You guys are
And risking-
amazing, and you
and
deserve
risking.
it. You
Yep,
deserve it. You need a
absolutely.
little recognition.
Absolutely.
yeah, it's kind of hard as a nurse to kind of hear it because on one hand it's kind of like what we signed up for, right? We're supposed to be the frontline people. We're here for that. But never in my life have I thought that I would have to experience something like this where I'm really risking my life because we don't have the available resources. We don't know what to look out for. We don't know who's sick and who's not sick. You know, like it's scary times. It's scary times. Yeah. And so it's kind of hard. It's a hard time to be in this profession, but also to be looked at as kind of like a hero because you're like, yeah, but this is what we're supposed to do. But at the same time, we have never had to do our jobs like this ever. Like
You didn't
every
sign up for this.
no.
It's the truth. I mean, I just think about like with my sister, she leaves her family every day and doesn't know what's going to happen. And that was another thing I felt so bad for. You know, you don't know what you're bringing home.
Yeah.
You know, so that's
Yeah.
another thing. It's like, you know, it's just a scary thing for you guys.
And hopefully you learned a lot from this.
Yeah. Exactly.
Definitely have to be so much more prepared next time around. And hopefully this next time around doesn't happen for a very long time, but have to be prepared.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit more about what Going Your Purse for a Nurse has done and what you guys plan to do more nationally now that you guys are expanding outside of Staten Island.
Okay. Well, like I said, it started just small. We were like, you know what? Let's just do my sister's floor at the hospital. And then we literally like woke up the next morning and we had $1,000 in there. And then right now, just Staten Island, from what we did on our end, we have almost $18,000 in there. No, almost 20,000.
20,000. Yeah.
Yeah, almost 20.
Yeah.
And then from there, when we were on Fox News, it kind of just spread because people were asking, what did you do? How did you do it? How can we do this? We want to do this in our town. And like that. So that's where Mike came in, and he was bombarded with all the emails and he came up with, telling them what to do. And you could tell him that part, Mike.
Yeah, so we have, you can visit us on our Facebook page or on our website, pursforanurse.org, and learn a little bit more about our story, and see just different ways you could get involved and help out, and try to keep this campaign going.
How do you guys work with small businesses or hospitals in order to get this to nurses?
With me, it was just started where I wanted to just work with my sister's hospital. So then now being on Staten Island, it's a very small community.
It's close knit.
And yeah, and we kind of know our restaurant owners and a lot of the store owners. So it was easy for us because we just wanted to reach out to them, and just hearing their stories, we're like, we know, they're hurting. So we said, you know what, we're just gonna purchase gift cards. When we get enough money, we're just gonna purchase the gift cards, call them, get them. And then we're gonna have a special, we're trying to figure out, have a special event at the hospital in the parking lot, and maybe have all those small businesses come that day, just to maybe, and wear one of their shirts with their logo on it, and maybe give out the gift cards at that point.
Well, all right, you guys. Thank you so much.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.